Welcome back on the AM show. We veer into our big stories. In fact, we dive right into them. We shall shortly be interacting with the Member of Parliament for North Tongue in the person of Samuel Kujetua Blackwell, and we're going to be having an all-exhausting conversation. But right before we get into that, a topical matter that I'll be running by him has to do with this Ministerial Reshuffle that we've heard from the grapevine of and all of that. So many dynamics in there. Well, joining me in the studio, we have our very own presidential correspondent. We call him Honorable in the studio. That's why he's in white today. Elton John Brobe, thank you for joining me.
Good morning.
It's rare to have this privilege to do this with you. So good to have you join. Anyway, moving away from the pleasantries, we've heard a lot. Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta about to go for Dr. Amin Anta to come. Okoboy replacing Kuku Menu at Health. Ambrose Derry and Henry Kwate leaving the Greater Accra Regional Ministerial post for Interior. I mean, so many things. But what have you heard so far?
So remember that on Friday we broke this story.
Yes.
We had picked outcome of a meeting that took place at the Jubilee House when the president returned from one of his many international trips. And then the conclusion of that meeting around Friday 9 a.m. Was the settling on the names for the possible cabinet reshuffle. And then we got the information the president said he was going to release a press statement on Sunday. It didn't happen. Now, we do understand that there's been a lot of backdoor negotiations here and there. Then finally, they've come to some understanding that it is proper that this cabinet reshuffle is engineered. Now, what we can say for sure, this
when you say it's engineered, what do you mean?
So it has to happen.
Okay.
So this is like a Bawumia-inspired cabinet reshuffle.
Okay.
So most of the people you are going to see or hear tomorrow are people that may come in. Some will say that they have some kind of a relationship with the vice president, who is also the MPP's flag bearer for the 2024 elections. So President Akufo-Addo is expected to leave town around 10 a.m. This morning to London and then to Germany.
Okay.
And then the expectation is that the Speaker of Parliament will have the communication from the President and then will announce it to Parliament. Now, what we have picked is that at least...
Interesting, though, that the President is heading out
at the time
and this may be done when he is not even around.
Yeah, they drop the bomb so that the door will be closed for any further negotiation.
Wow. So I mean, are you also picking the same information that, the Daily Guide, for example, put it there, its banner headline, among others?
Of course. I mean,
is that where
so on Friday, we put out some of the names. And then we got to understand that some people were still trying to lobby their way to the new cabinet reshuffle. But what we do know is that at least 12 ministers, 10 of them cabinet ministers, will be out of government. And then about 7 deputy ministers will also be out of government. That is the information we have. And then Mr. Kujetua is coming, so I'm sure he as Member of Parliament probably will have more information to give you, because the Speaker will do the communication this morning when Parliament is in session, and then it will be taken from there. So, for example, some of them actually went to the President to say that on health grounds they don't want to continue.
Okay.
Yes, so on health grounds they don't want to continue. Some also had other reasons why they cannot continue to serve in the government. So it's not a case that they've been reshuffled because the President finds their work unacceptable or unsatisfactory. Some say that they have health issues they need to take care of. They've been in government for years, they've been in Parliament for years, and they need to relax and then take care of their health. So that's the reason why they are getting out of government. So somewhere like the Rules Minister would not be coming, but he will continue to serve as Member of Parliament for Atiwa West. So his place, we understand, will be taken by the current Works and Housing Minister, Member of Parliament for Bantama, Francis Asenso. Then the Finance Minister is also going out of government. For him, it's unclear.
And that's the biggest one, isn't it? I mean, because this has been called for. Even members of Parliament from the majority caucus dwelt on that, and it didn't happen. But I mean, some have asked, why now? Yes, the question, the answer has been given that, well, Bawumia inspired, like you said, so that it makes the administration look good heading into the elections. But what do you think? Will that necessarily pan out, the effect, at this hour?
A very important question. I mean, I think this is coming in rather too late. I mean, if you ask me, this is coming in rather too late. But then also you have a year more to the elections. I mean, the question is how much can these new individuals do to change the fortunes of the NPP if it has to be changed anyway? So it is coming in at a rather late time, but then also, like I indicated early on.
But who knows?
Exactly. So we are expecting that formal communication, and then those who were appointed will go through. What I picked was that the government was not interested in bringing in new people who then have to now go through vetting, and then the approval, it may drag, and then it would delay government business. So they wanted to just move the chairs.
Okay.
Once you've been vetted, you're a minister, they move in. But then before they went on the parliamentary primaries, the instruction or the directive was that if you lose, you're out of government.
Yeah, I heard of that.
Exactly. So those who lost, I mean, they are automatically they are out. So the water sanitation minister is out of government.
Frida Prempeh.
Yeah, her place has been taken over by the deputy whip, as we have been told,
Okay.
Linda Seram Al-Hassan, the infancy.
Oh, the same Lydia Seram Al-Hassan who
Exactly.
represents Ayawaso West
Bogon. So there's actually going to be some also changes in the leadership of Parliament. We are picking information that because the foreign minister has indicated that she may be seeking election as General Secretary of the Commonwealth,
right.
There's indication that she may need more time to campaign. And for that reason, they need somebody who can really work as a substantive foreign minister to lead a government foreign policy. Osei Chairman Sabonsu's name has come up as a possible replacement, which means that the leadership of Parliament will have to go through some kind of a reshuffle.
He was already going to leave.
Yeah, I mean,
after
he's not
this,
coming back.
you know,
Yeah, so if he's moved to the foreign ministry, the expectation is that Alexander Fanyama may be made the substantive
leader,
majority leader. But that is subject to a meeting that we are told will happen between the leadership of the MPP and the leadership of Parliament, the majority side. And then for chief executive officers who also contested in the parliamentary primaries, won or lost, they are also being asked to step aside so that they can concentrate on their parliamentary ambition. So it is going to be something holistic, from ministers of state to chief executive of state-owned enterprises and to the leadership of Parliament.
So it appears, just to conclude, it appears that once you lose your slot,
You
look
are
at
out.
someone like Francis Assentu-Waje,
Yes.
who was contested, fiercely by Raphael Ejapon. It means that if he had lost, he's already Western Housing Minister. In this new shake-up, he could have probably lost.
Absolutely.
But since he didn't lose,
he's going to.
now he just might be moved on.
Yeah.
Well, interesting times. We look forward to seeing how that pans out, especially also Dr. Okoboy, who
we are told
you look at the circumstances.
Yes.
When he lost in Parliament,
And
he
then-
lost his deputy ministerial role, and now he could be the substantive
Health minister, because the health minister is also going
Exactly.
out. The interior minister is also going out. The environment minister is also going out. So these, I don't know whether it is about time they are facing out the old guys in the party and bringing new names or new faces, and whether this is going to have any impact on the MPP going to 2024 election is something that perhaps in the days to come we'll have more time to explore.
Elton, very grateful. But